أهلا بكم في لقاء أعمال في إكسبو. وجدت كل الدول في إكسبو دبي فرصة ثمينة لتعزيز العلاقات فيما بينها. خلقت نسخة الإمارات من المعرض الدولي الضخم المزيد من فرص التجارة والاستثمار وفي جميع المجالات. إكسبو دبي بفعاليته اليومية العديدة بأنشطته الترفيهية والثقافية والتجارية بزواره من مختلف الأصقاع مكن شعوب العالم من التعارف والتباحث والتبادل على صعيد واحد. لقاء عملنا اليوم سيكون في الجناح النمساوي. يرى القائمون على هذا الجناح أن تصميمه مستوحى من أبراج الرياح العربية، سنكتشف ذلك لاحقا. جناح النمسا يتميز بكونه يوفر أجواء هادئة لتحفيز الحلول المبتكرة، وبه المقهى النمساوي. نعلم أن المقاهي النمساوية على قائمة التراث الثقافي العالمي غير المدين اليونسكو. ما يميز هذا الجناح أكثر كونه يوفر للزوار رحلة ملهمة للحواس الخمس، وتلك قصة أخرى. بداية استكشافنا لهذا الجناح ستبدأ مع رئيس مجلس الأعمال النمساوي Werner Baumgartner، وهو الآن بجانبي ووصل للتو. Good morning. How are you, Werner? How's everything? And here we are, Werner. Today, exceptionally, it's a good weather. Don't you feel a bit humid, but it's beautiful weather. We are in front of this beautiful pavilion. We came here a few months ago. It was not ready. How do you find it?
I love it. I really love it. I think it's an amazing building, very different design. We received many different kind of architectural awards for that. So yeah, we're very proud of it.
It is a sustainable pavilion.
The function is very sustainable, although we're an opportunity pavilion, but the function is very sustainable. We have here this typical Arab architectural style that uses the power of wind to cool down the building. So that has something that we use over there, and we are very proud of it because the building uses much less electricity to cool the building down.
It's always cooler inside than the weather outside the pavilion. Although it is a sustainable pavilion and it had in mind during the building the sustainability theme, but it is in the opportunity district actually. What opportunities did the Expo and this pavilion brought to the business, Austrian business?
You know, Austria has a lot of very innovative companies. And these Austrian companies did participate in the construction of the pavilion, in the planning of the pavilion, but now it's also used by a lot of companies who come here to present the products, to make new business contacts. So yes, it's an amazing opportunity to bring a lot of different companies together here.
Have you been busy lately?
Very busy, yes.
With the Business Council is busy?
Yes, the Business Council, the Chamber of Commerce. We only had last week a very huge event here. Yeah. It's called Austria Gulf Connect. We had the biggest trade delegation of Austrian business leaders coming to Dubai. And they were gathering and they were discussing business opportunities and the future relationships between Austria and the UAE and how we can grow them together. So that was an amazing opportunity, an amazing event.
What did you get out of this? I know there are opportunities. Where this relationship, trade, cooperation between the two countries is moving forward now, in which sectors?
Many sectors, again, have to do with sustainability. But let's just take one example. Last week, one of the Austrian companies signed an agreement with hotel operators here and basically a distributor to deliver shower heads which use 40% less water than usual. So again, we talk about an opportunity to be climate friendly, to be much more sustainable.
And to save water also, which is very important in this country. Yeah. I see there are many other, horizons that open with Expo, and sectors that were not on the list for Austria, it is now, like this, for example. Do you think that the cooperation in the future will hit a new level? And what kind of level?
Right. I mean, all indications point in that direction, that there's so much more interest of Austrian companies to do business with this part of the world and specifically the UAE in many, many sectors. Let's talk, for example, about space exploration. Yeah. People now know in Austria that the UAE is a country that sent probes to the Mars, send probes to the moon, will send probes to Venus. And there is a good space industry in Austria. So there will be much more collaboration, for example, in this space.
Werner, do you have alliance and work and cooperation with the pavilion now, since it is here and it's gathering everybody together?
Personally, I'm invited over and over again to events here. Tomorrow, for example, one of the biggest Austrian companies will have a custom event here, so to gather customers from the whole region, show them what they can do, present the new products. Yeah, and we're invited as well. Yes, I come here quite often.
You are a businessman. Do you feel that UAE, Dubai economy is rebounding? Do you have this feeling?
Absolutely. I mean, you feel it when you just go into the streets. There's so much traffic. You go into a shopping mall, shopping malls are full. Then hotels, it's very difficult if people want to come in to find a hotel room. Hotel rates are up. Yeah. And so many people from Austria want to come here. And they want to come for business, not only for relaxation. So yes, we feel it, we see it. There's a huge rebound right now here.
Having the whole world in one place, which is Expo, how can you leverage on it?
The great thing is that Dubai is currently open. So people can come from all around the world, whether it's from India, from Pakistan, but basically from almost all around the world, and people from Austria can come here as well. So it's a real meeting point. Al-Wasl, as we call Dubai in the past, it's a real meeting point where people can come and make business together. Not only in Dubai, with the UAE, but with the entire world, in fact.
Do you see also it is a meeting point culturally? We hear the music, and I explained before the episode, this music is Arabic music, very romantic for a singer, Egyptian singer, Abdul Halim. Wherever you go, you can see also the cultural events and activities in so many pavilions. How do you feel it? How do you live those 6 months of Expo?
We just had last week our Nation Day here, and Austria did fly in a typical Tyrolean brass band, and they were walking here through the streets. So yes, we bring our culture in as well.
Werner, this is not your first Expo, right?
That's correct, yes.
Which expos did you visit before?
I did visit 2 expos. One was in China, in Shanghai, and the other one was in Milan, in Italy.
Okay, 2015.
6 years ago.
2015.
2015, yeah, exactly.
What is different from Milan or China, Shanghai to Dubai?
Look, for me, the personal experience is very different. In Shanghai, I was there for half a day. I was on a business trip. I went in, wanted to see the Austrian pavilion, went out. So I did not really get so much from it, right? In Milan, we spent full 2 days because it's very close to Austria, and we really enjoyed the whole experience. But Dubai is very different. We live here, we can explore it for 6 months, and my personal target is I want to see all 192 pavilions. I really want to see them all. I'm very excited about this opportunity to experience this here.
Yeah, and first time the whole world is gathering in one place after the coronavirus pandemic crisis. Thank you for coming, Werner, for this interview. I have a meeting with His Excellency, the Ambassador of Austria in UAE, and I think you will enjoy one of amazing coffee that are listed in the UNESCO list as well. So, should we go?
Please.
Let's go.
Yes.
Your Excellency, Dr. Andrea, thank you for coming from Abu Dhabi for this interview. Thank you so much. Your Excellency, the relationship between UAE and Austria is way back for decades. Actually, it's way from the relationship between His Highness Sheikh Zayed and the Chancellor, Bruno Kreisky.
Absolutely.
Until after decades, how can you define this relationship between the two countries?
I think these relationships have always been very friendly, very close. You know, the background of Bruno Kreisky, he was a Jew, but he built up a very strong and intensive contact to the Arab world, and the late Sheikh Zayed was a real personal friend. You can see it on many photographs and films. So it was very friendly right from the beginning. And in the year 2004, 5 and 6, we had many high political visits from Austrian presidents here. And then we decided to open up a bilateral embassy. We had a diplomatic representation here already since the 1970s. And then the relations still grew stronger and stronger. And in the past 5 years, I would say, it was a really explosion of bilateral relations. We had 3 consecutive visits of our Prime Minister. We call it Federal Chancellor. It was once Mr. Kern and twice Sebastian Kurz.
Yeah.
And finally, in this summer, we signed the strategic partnership agreement. And in this, we involved economic aspects, political aspects, cultural aspects. And I would say we are on the peak, and we had a very lovely Austrian Nation Day here in Expo.
It is really unique how it never stopped improving, this relationship. And if I can link it to Expo, Austria hosted Expo as well, yes, way back in the 1800s. And now Austria is a participant with a beautiful pavilion, this one in Expo Dubai, with a motto or the theme that is Austria makes sense.
Yes.
Why was it important for Austria to participate in this Expo?
You know, Austria is a very traditional country. So first of all, we, as you said it, we hosted Expo.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's never a discussion. We participate in Expo. Second, we were all very much looking forward to this Expo because it's the biggest Expo ever. And what we really think is important, it involves really all countries worldwide. Also countries from Africa, with a participation of 192, if I'm not mistaken, countries. That's also a symbol. And the symbol for an expo which is so inclusive. And then, of course, we want to be there. And, well, the whole pavilion, it's a message. You know, the structure of the pavilion, we try also to not only to showcase green technology, we want to build it. You can feel it, you are surrounded by it. So it's I would say, a statement and a possibility which we never wanted to miss.
I came from North Africa, I'm Tunisian, and when I came here in that episode of the other show a few months ago, I felt there's a very good connection between Austria and the Arab world through this pavilion. I mean, the clay, the architecture that is used with the cones, it's really connected. Why you chose to have this connection? Other pavilions chose to make it architecture very similar to their country. Why this approach with the Arab world?
I think that's a very good question, and I've been asked several times, what's Austrian about all this? And our answer is, I would say, a little bit more complex than the usual answer. Of course, we could build an Austrian-style building here, and everybody would immediately recognize. But our message is also, first of all, we very much and highly appreciate the Arabic technology. The Arabic world has a very long tradition of technological solutions. And our answer to this question, sustainability, green tech, is, well, also have a look in our history, in our traditions, and make it a brand new approach to it and use it in our present times. And this is what we are doing here. So our answer is, what is Austrian? Is not, okay, Austrian tradition. Austrian tradition is very important. But our answer is also, we very much appreciate old technologies. And we wanted to show that these old technologies we shouldn't forget, but make a new application. And this is what this pavilion is all about.
I think you translated very well, connecting mind and creating future, because you are showcasing a lot of the invention and innovation of Austria, but also you connected to the Arab world through this pavilion. Your Excellency, Dr. Andreas, UAE is the largest economical partner of Austria
Yes.
in the Arab world. What makes this cooperation unique in your point of view?
It's not only the largest economic partner in the Arabic world in aspect of investment, foreign direct investment. It's the biggest or second biggest partner outside Europe worldwide. You imagine which kind of other economies we are talking about. Part of our economic relationship is, of course, the partnership of UMV, of our national oil company, which is owned for 27 years to a quarter by Mubadala in Abu Dhabi. We have very good experiences in a reliable partnership with UAE. We know that our investment is safe here. Both sides make good business, and therefore it became large of our bilateral relationship is built also around this economic side, which is positive for all of us. And I think we know each other for so long. We are reliable partners, and building on this fundament, there are many more opportunities. And this is also what the strategic partnership is all about.
Yes,
we had very good experiences in the past, and now we say now it's time to make it broader. And this is what we have in mind with our partnership.
This partnership, this strategic partnership, where are you taking it? How it will reinforce the cooperation between the two countries?
It absolutely will. Just to give you one example,
Yes.
we have many good experiences made in the past. Oil and gas and petrochemics is, let's say, one basic factor in our relationship. Now we want to make it broader. If you look in the partnership agreement, you find also hydrogen. UAE is, to quote Dr. Sultan Al-Jaber, is becoming a superpower in hydrogen. UAE is intending to produce, we'll see, 25% of the worldwide hydrogen demand in the future. We'll see, hopefully. And we think, okay, we have a good partnership in oil and gas, in petrochemics, we have a partnership in trading. So why not building up also a partnership, Austrian-UAE Hydrogen Alliance, as we call it. So this is the idea all behind it, building on experience and making it broader.
A broad horizon of collaboration and partnership and cooperation in the future. There are around 400 companies coming from Austria, and they settled here. The question is why those companies chose Dubai or UAE as their regional headquarters in the region?
I think there are two main reasons. First of all, transport. The airports, I have to say Abu Dhabi, Dubai, of course. So we have direct connections to virtually everywhere in the world. And the second is security. Security in respect of, let's say, the absence of criminal acts here. It's a very safe country, in particular for women, but for everyone, you can go everywhere, every time, wherever you want. And also the legal security, the rule of law, which prevails here in UAE, is also a very strong component. So if you choose a place here, then if you choose a place outside Austria, you want to go to the region, look for a safe country with good connections, and you find everything here. Here
in UAE. Expo happened despite after like 18 difficult months of pandemic, but everybody is here. How are you leveraging on this as an ambassador, as Austria, with the whole world is here? How are you coordinating with them? Did you find it easy for you also?
It's very easy. We have more than 250,000 visitors in our pavilion. So only to spread our news in the world, it's easy. People are coming to see you. And there are also many interesting conferences going on here in Dubai and Abu Dhabi at the same time. So everybody is gathering in the UAE. And therefore, it's much easier to make contacts. You just have to wait. They're coming. You don't have to visit them.
It's true to come here. You know, I will go and meet Stéphanie. She will guide us inside the pavilion to discover what we have inside it, and I'm looking forward to discover the 5 senses and understand what is the Austria makes sense as the motto and the I love. But first, I will discover the Viennese coffee house. It was nice to understand that the coffee of Austria is part of, listed as the intangible heritage by UNESCO. Why? Can you explain it, Your Excellency?
Well, coffee in Austria, it's more than a drink. It's culture.
Yeah.
It's a part of our social life. So when we discuss issues, starting from really serious meetings, we like to have a cup of coffee, not in order not to get tired, but in particular when you sit together with friends, or let's say do some basic brainstorming, you sit together, and it's it was a little bit Arabic to say, just sit together, make a brainstorming with friends, and then it's usual to have a cup of coffee with you. It stimulates your mind.
Yeah.
And also therefore the communication. And therefore we have these coffee houses in Vienna, which also an important part of the architecture in Vienna. And if people come to Vienna, everybody goes there also to enjoy a very typical Austrian feeling. So I would say it's a symbol of Austrian feeling.
But the amazing thing that for the viewers, you brought it here. It is. The Viennese coffee house is here.
Yes.
I will go later with Stéphanie to try it. And the whole experience of Vienna, almost, and Austria is here as well. I want to finish with you with the community, Austrian community coming here. Do you know what's the number of the community and what do they bring with them as values from Austria to live within this broad communities, more than 200 nationalities?
Yes, there are about 3,500 Austrians focused in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, but also in the other Emirates. There are quite a lot of numbers. And I mean, the majority of them came due to business. But many of them stayed here because, well, they became part of the society because they liked the climate. They bought some real estate or whatever, so they became part of the community. And this makes it also much easier for us to get in contact with the local community, because there are many Austrians who know it very well and who are in permanent contact. So the majority of Austrians coming here, they wanted to stay for 1-2 years. And I know many of them staying here for 20-30 years already.
It's the story of everybody coming to UAE.
There's one thing which I love to quote, which His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan once, when he was talking to our Minister of Finance, said about the Austrians. And I love it, really. He said the Austrians are the Arabic Germans. We are reliable like Germans, which, yes, I think we are. But let's say we are friendly, we are handling things with a certain smile, we are relaxed like the Arabs. And I think this is really, for me, that's the biggest compliment I've ever heard about us here. But I think that's true. That's the way we do it. We are reliable, we have good technologies, we have traditions, but we like to do it in a, let's say, friendly way, not so strict, reliable, yes, but always with a smile in the face. And I think this is what we bring here.
Thank you. Thank you for coming from Abu Dhabi for this interview. Thank you for your time, Your Excellency. And now I don't want to let Stéphanie wait for me more. I'm trying to be on time with her, and I'm looking forward to try the Viennese coffee house experience.
Yes, I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you. And the tour inside the pavilion. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Stéphanie, hello, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Look at this, you prepared a feast for us.
Yes, of course.
Amazing. So walk me through, what is this, Stéphanie?
So here we have coffee from Austria.
It's the coffee that is listed as intangible heritage by UNESCO.
Yes, and in Vienna we always get the coffee with a little glass of water.
Water, okay. So this is the water I have. This is mine. This is yours. Waiting for me. I think you had to drink it.
Yes.
We will talk about the coffee house, Viennese coffee house, right?
Exactly,
That is
yes.
in the
There are
heritage
lots of
listed
coffee
by UNESCO. What is this?
This is chocolate cake. It's called Sachertorte.
Let me repeat it again. Sachertorte.
Yes, very
Yes.
good.
And what is next to it?
It's whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
Yes.
Oh.
So we always have the chocolate cake with a little bit of whipped cream.
This
with
is you have it in the afternoons, right?
Yes, exactly.
So it's afternoon in a coffee house when we go.
Yes.
Do we do it at home? This one is it easy to make? Can you make it?
Yes, I made it already quite a few times. It's
Yeah.
not so difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. And I like how you put the flag
A
of
little
Austria
bit
on
of
top of
flag.
it.
Has to be.
So when we drink the coffee, I'm supposed that we shouldn't have sugar with it.
If you want, you can put sugar inside.
I want to try it as it
But-
is.
You don't have to.
I don't have to. Okay. Very strong, Stéphanie.
Yeah.
But I can feel it is different from the other espresso that I have.
There's
Amazing.
Viennese coffee roaster. It's a
Viennese
very
coffee
traditional.
roaster.
Yes.
Amazing. I'm sure you are very proud of this coffee.
Yes, it's very good.
This cake is very tempting.
Please have
Thank
a try.
you.
It's
You
very
too.
good.
You try with me as well.
Sure.
So, what else do you have as a cuisine, Austrian cuisine, that is different from the other country?
First, try the chocolate cake, if you like it. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. It is different.
Yeah, so it's chocolate cake, and then in the middle we have a little bit of jam,
Jam.
apricot jam.
This
And
is
then-
what I didn't know. What is it? It's an
Yes.
apricot jam.
Apricot jam.
Oh,
Exactly.
that is new. This is the first time we have a cake, chocolate cake with a jam, actually.
Yes.
It is different. Should we try it with the cream as well?
Sure.
Should I dare,
Yes,
Stéphanie?
you
Okay.
should. It's really nice.
It is. Tell me, you've been busy definitely in the
Yes,
pavilion, right? You
very.
have many activities.
Yeah, actually last week was our Nation Day at the Expo, so that was very busy with lots of activities. We had brass music from Austria coming
What is brass
here.
music?
Like all the brass instruments.
Yes.
Like what are they? I don't know what they're called in English.
So it's a music that is specific for Austria.
Yes, it's traditional Austrian.
It's traditional Austrian
yes.
music. Excellent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They always play like at the National Day or any events. They always come and play. So they came extra to Dubai for the
Excellent.
Nation Day to play. They also played at the Al-Wasl Plaza.
Of course.
They had actually 2 concerts there, and they also came to the pavilion and played in front of our pavilion. It was really nice.
Do you remember them from your childhood? You grew up with them?
Well, in Vienna, not so much because it's a big city. You don't get that so much, but like in the countryside, you still get that.
Get
like
that.
at all the festivals or something, they always play.
And this music in this coffee house is also Austrian.
Yes, it's Austrian pop music. They sing in German.
This is in German.
Yes.
Yes.
We speak German.
Okay. How many languages do you speak?
I speak 5 languages.
Really?
I think, yes.
So you have German.
English, then French and Russian I learned in school,
Yeah.
and then Chinese because I studied Chinese studies.
Amazing. But this is not for all Austrian, right?
No, but
yeah.
English we all learn in school, and
course.
also at least one another language.
But you went
Yeah.
step ahead to have 5 languages. That is also always, it's open a lot of doors. This is windy here.
Yes.
Well, about the wind, inside the pavilion it's always cooler
Yes.
than outdoor,
Exactly.
and the weather, especially that we are in the desert. And at this time it's still very hot in UAE despite we are in December. So how about we have a tour inside?
Sure.
And I want to discover and know what is the cones about? Why you have cones as pavilion?
Yes, sure, I'll show you.
Let's go.
Everything that we have.
Thank you. Let's go. And here we are, Stéphanie, entering the first cone out of 38.
Exactly, and they're all between 6 and 15 meters high.
Amazing. There's a lot of sign here. What are those signs that they are in the walls?
Yes, so the signs explain about the pavilion and also introduce Austria, and also in comparison to the UAE.
Yeah.
And the symbols were actually chosen because a lot of people from different countries speaking a lot of different languages are coming here. They all can look at the symbols and think about what they mean, but if we chose a specific language, someone might feel excluded.
Sure.
So that's why we have the symbols, so no one feels excluded and everyone.
I like it. There are the map of the world there.
Yes.
There are the map of UAE, and that's the map of Austria.
Yes.
And there are signs with lighting coming up.
Exactly.
So this is the sign of the theme of the country UAE, and that's of Austria.
Exactly.
Amazing.
We have the eagle and you have the falcon.
Falcon, correct. So and that's the EU actually.
EU, exactly.
Yeah,
it shows you where Austria is in the world, and then where the UAE is in the world.
And there are the instruments of music. It is really a language, actually. This is very well chosen.
Everyone can look at that.
Everyone can understand
it.
Oh, I feel already cooler than outside,
Yes.
by the way. And this is no AC, correct?
Exactly, no AC, just natural cooling in here.
Amazing. Still have the signs.
Yes, signs everywhere in the pavilion.
And the people have to stop and try to read it.
Yes,
right?
they can take as much time as they want looking at those symbols.
I think now we have the 5 senses. It starts here, right?
Exactly, yes.
So what are the 5 senses that...
This is the map of the pavilion, and the animation shows you where you can find each of the senses.
Oh, okay.
And so we have the sense of sight and smell, hearing and touching, and in the coffee shop we have the sense of taste, which we just tried.
We just tried it.
Exactly.
So we still have 4 others.
We have 4 left, exactly.
Where do you want to start?
Yes.
With the 4th. How about...
you can choose left or right.
I will choose right.
Great.
I like this tree. In the middle of the pavilion,
yes,
there are
we have
trees.
also plants over
inside,
inside that help also with the cooling.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yes.
And plantation. You know, Stéphanie, this reminds me also of my home country. And the Arab world, they are always using clay in the houses.
Exactly. We have the walls covered in clay.
There's something specific about this clay, right?
Yes, it's actually a local clay. It's from Saudi Arabia, and there is also straw mixed under it. So the walls are covered in clay, so the clay can collect the cool air during the night
and keep it
cool in here also during the day. So if you touch it, you can feel it's actually cool.
It's cold, yes. But do you have it in Austria?
No, we don't really use it in Austria.
So this is what you brought between Austria and the Arab world, this kind of clay
like
and
connection between
kind of
both.
cones,
Yes.
right? The house of cones. I see the connection now. Oh, now we have the site.
Exactly.
Right. So what is this experience of
So
sand?
in here we have sand.
Yeah.
And this little metal marble ball rolling around in the sand, drawing different patterns. Mm-hmm. And the ball is moved by a magnet underneath, and it's rolling in the sand, drawing these patterns. Mm-hmm. And then on top we have projections that show the surface of 1 grain or 2 grains or more of sand.
This
shows magnified sand, exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, it's about standing here and appreciating the art that this little metal ball can draw.
And it's nice how you put the sand for the site, because we are in a desert.
Exactly. So that's also again a connection to
the Arab world
that we are here
and
in.
UAE especially, that they have It is a desert, actually.
Yes.
Very nice. How beautiful is one grain of sand?
Yes, it's really nice to stand
it's
here
artistic.
and just take your time and look at this. It's
And you know, somehow
really
it's relaxing.
Yes. It's very relaxing, actually.
When it is. But you know what, Stéphanie? I will be hypnotized if I continue looking into this.
It is very hypnotizing, so we can have a look at the next one.
Let's go to the next one. Which one is the next one?
So if we walk over here.
Here, yes.
It's our airflow wall. So the black and white visualizes the air in this room. And then we have a sensor down there that picks up your movement. And it shows you how you move the air when you move yourself.
Oh, I can see it. I'm moving and it's
Yes,
moving
and it's
with
moving
me.
the air.
Move
also.
right and left. I want to see how it is moving in the kids must love this.
Yes, they love it.
They're jumping.
But there's also like a thinking about behind it.
Yeah.
Because it also visualizes how you always have influence on your surroundings, even if you don't notice it.
True.
Because we always move the air when we move, but we never really notice it or think
or realize
about it.
You have a deep explanation for something that is visually is very beautiful.
Yes, but that's
interesting.
Also always something behind that.
Yeah, a bit philosophical.
Yes.
But it's nice. This is also makes me want to look at it for a long time.
Yes.
To see my effects. It is moving, right?
Yes. And it's really fun.
ايه هذا كيف انت تأثر في الهواء اللي بجنبك. This is fun.
It's a lot of fun, right?
But we have to go to the next one.
No problem.
So the next one is the smell.
Smell, exactly.
The smell. Oh,
and
this is woody.
Yes, it's about the smell of the wood, actually. Oh. So we can also go inside, but we have to take off our shoes.
Of course, we take off our shoes. This is off. I go inside?
Yes, sure. Just be careful. It's a bit slippery.
Okay.
And we can also sit down if you want.
Yeah, I can sit down. Let me tell you, it's like I'm home with a lot of woody furniture.
Yes.
It's very homey.
It's about the smell of the wood. The wood is Austrian stone pine, and it has a nice natural smell. And so this experience is about sitting here. You can also lie down if you want, and just enjoy the smell and relax for a little while.
I can smell the wood.
Yes.
You have a lot of forests
in
Austria,
a lot of forests,
right?
and this tree actually grows in the mountains that this wood is from.
What is the name of this tree?
It's Austrian stone pine.
Okay.
Yes, in German we call it Zierbe.
Zierbe?
Yeah.
Okay. Zierbe, it smells good. It's not that strong, but it gives you a very homey taste somehow in the background.
And it's also very relaxing. All the guests really like to spend some time and just relax for a little while.
Let me tell you something. This is the quietest, I think, pavilion that I ever visited.
That's also the idea to be different from the others, and so the guests can actually calm down and relax again in between.
It is very relaxing, you see. There are visitors here, but I feel it's very calm.
Yes,
somehow. It makes everybody, move quietly and embrace the pavilion and enjoy it. We are the only one who's talking here, so it's okay. We talk to the viewers to explain to them. Nice one. So where do we go next, Stéphanie?
We can try the sense of touch next, if you like.
Let's touch things. So we go to the other side.
Over there, to the other side.
What is this?
So this is the symbol that we chose for our iLab over here.
Ah, the iLab.
Yes.
Oh, I'm interested to visit it also.
Yes.
It's a showcase of what Austria brought to humanity and what they brought to this expo to showcase the country invention and innovation. We'll go after we finish our 4 senses.
Yes,
How about
let's
this?
finish the senses first.
Let's go. Now we are going to the touch.
Touch, exactly.
Touch. I can see something,
Yes.
Stéphanie. I can see a hand. And let me tell you, I came here a few months ago,
Okay.
and that hand, I thought it's the hand of Fatma. It's something very Arab that we have, the hand of Fatma. It's good for luck. It's good to, you know, protect people from evil eye. So, of course, it's not the hand of
But
Fatma.
maybe it's inspired by it.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see what is the hand is about to touch. I see hand, so I will put my hands
Yes, exactly.
in
It's
here.
the sense of touch, and it's also about your heartbeat. So there is a sensor here that picks up your heartbeat,
Oh.
and it turns it into vibrations on the surface,
Yeah.
and then the sand moves, and the
Yeah.
sand forms a pattern based on those vibrations.
There's any explanation? My heart is beating faster than yours.
Every heart beats at a
Is it
different
different?
frequency, and the pattern actually also depends on the frequency of your heartbeat.
Okay, it's really
So you can actually
faster.
make
Yeah.
art with your heartbeat here.
okay. So, and where those heartbeats will go after that?
Yes, sure.
You are
So-
recording them, right?
Yes, we're recording them here in the middle. So
This one.
this line here is your heartbeat.
Okay.
And they all kind of like flow into the middle here.
Yeah.
Where we have the spiral picture.
Yeah.
It's like a spiral of life, and it grows every day with every person that tries this. And the idea behind it is also our interpretation of the Connecting Minds theme of the expo,
Oh, okay.
because the heartbeat is what connects all of us humans, and we need all the humans to make the future, to create the future.
Actually, you added something to connecting mind, is
Yes.
connecting hearts.
Connecting the hearts, exactly.
And
We need
everybody
both.
is here. We need both, yes. And I think it's a beautiful idea, actually, to connect minds, to connect people, to connect their hearts
Yes.
together, to bring the future, a better future for humanity.
Yes, exactly. And
Very
it's
good.
also going to be a memory of the expo when we take it back to Austria.
Of course, all the heart of people
Of
that
all the
visited
visitors that
Expo
visited
and visited
us,
the
yes.
Austrian Pavilion.
Exactly.
Oh, I like this one. So, what is missing from our 4 senses?
The hearing.
Let's
let's
listen
go.
or hear to some, I don't know, what you are preparing for us.
Yes,
I'm going to
Austria,
discover
sounds
with
of
you.
Austria.
What are we going to hear?
So the composer is from Austria,
Yeah.
and he recorded the basic sounds with a piano and an organ. And then he also went around Austria recording different sounds at factories, for example. And if you come into this room, there are sensors around the room that pick up people coming in. And so there will be sounds added if people come inside, like this tinkering sound that you hear, just be added because we came in.
So the more there are people, the
Yes.
sound will be louder.
Louder, yes. So if no one would come in for a while, it would be
will-
just the piano playing softly.
Okay. Can we sit?
Sure, we can
Let's
sit down.
sit.
And the music is also very calm and
It is.
relaxing, and the people can also take the time and sit down if they want, and just again spend as much time as they like here.
What's the name of the artist?
The artist is Rupert Huber.
Rupert Huber.
Yes, he's from Austria, and he calls this social music because the guests can participate in the music.
It is an interactive
Yes.
music, yes. Like this. So what do we have next?
The iLab is left. We have finished the
Yes.
census now.
The iLab. Looking forward to it. Let's
yes,
go.
let's go.
iLab. And this is, of course, the motto.
Yes.
Austria makes sense.
Exactly.
In
and
Arabic,
this is
النمسا
our
توقظ
selfie
الحواس.
wall.
It's a selfie wall.
Yes, we can take a picture if
I
you want.
see that. Austria. I will have a selfie with you.
Sure.
Where's my phone? Yes. Let's take selfie together. Hi. I like your idea. You brought the flag. Very good, Stephanie. We have, I hope I made it all. Yes. It will be a nice selfie. Say Austria.
Austria.
Austria. Back to serious. Now we go to the
Yes,
iLab.
now we go to the iLab.
We discover the showcase of Austria.
Sure.
Ah,
Welcome to the iLab.
thank you. Where should we start? to
So
understand?
all the innovations are divided into different topics.
Yeah.
So over here we have energy and smart city, and then here we have circular economy, so recycling, how we can reduce the waste, and then this one is mobility.
Mobility.
So over here we have also digital opportunity, where different digital innovations are exhibited.
It's a touching, right?
Yes, the
Touch
guests
to
can also use the
explore.
touch screens to get more information on the different innovations.
Travel without ever leaving the room.
So this would be the one down here.
So what is it?
It's for virtual reality. It's a virtual reality dome. So if it's life-size, you can actually walk inside and feel like you're transported to anywhere, wherever you want in the world or wherever. And the idea is actually also to incorporate the sense of smell into this.
Oh, because this is the thing that is missing, that we
Yes.
cannot smell something on VR, so you included
Exactly,
this.
that's the idea, to be able to include it
There
into
is
the VR experiences.
a sentence that is appealing to me. What do paintings sound like? Does painting has a sound?
No, but there's yes, this company wants to make like music or sounds that work with the paintings of the exhibition that you're looking at.
Interesting. And the construction sites of tomorrow, and it seems they are totally digital.
Yes, there are lots of different things like virtual reality, but also very practical things for building
And the future, actually, and innovation and future is
yes,
here.
This
I will
is
touch
about
it.
our
Yeah.
pavilion, actually.
Yeah?
So you can learn more
okay.
about all the exhibitions and installations that we have in here.
That we had, yeah.
Yes, that
It's
we
the
looked at. You
scientific-
can read again if you want to also maybe know more.
And I think that's the wood that we
That's the wood
smell.
that we smelled exactly.
Yeah, it's very
And this is a pattern of the heartbeat table.
the heartbeat.
And then if we look over here, we can
Yeah.
see a model of the pavilion.
Oh, yes.
Here you
This
can
one
see.
model of the pavilion.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
It's very beautiful. And here you can see it in a small
and
scale.
small scale and all in white, but
Yes.
of course the real one, you have the greenery and the trees
Exactly.
that grew here. You can see it from above as well.
And it's really nice.
beautiful.
Yes.
We have here.
Yes,
oh, I
this
see
one.
toys. Are those toys?
Yes, it's an educational toy actually.
Yeah. I will sit for this.
Sure, let's sit down. So it's an Austrian startup company, and they sell sets of these blocks so kids can build their own robots.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can assemble them in whichever way you want, and it's connected to an iPad, tablet, and then the kids can actually program it in the app.
And it works.
And then it works, and you can also use it. Let me just
yes.
check if it's okay. It should work. So you can. Sorry.
Oh, from here.
Yes, you can move it from the iPad. You can try it.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes.
So this is very educational for the
Yes.
kids.
So it's already thought for kids from 5-6 years old. So this is the easiest interface.
I think so, to learn how to make robotics.
Yes,
Very
and
fun.
then there are more difficult levels for programming as well for the older kids.
Okay.
So it gets a little bit more difficult.
So education kit actually.
Yes.
So education kit actually.
Yes.
So
It's called, the company is called Robo Wunderkind.
is it already in sale?
Yes, they sell it in Austria and Germany to schools
Very smart
and
one.
kindergartens, but also you yourself can buy it as well online.
We can make with the team now. We can make a fight. I think so.
It has a problem sometimes.
Coming for you. Coming, coming, coming.
But now it's disconnected.
Yes. So. And I think, Stéphanie, this is how we end the tour.
Yes, exactly. That was the last of the tour.
That is very fun. Thank you very much, Stéphanie.
Thank you for coming.
It was very insightful.
I'm glad you liked it. Yes.
Yeah, it's very relaxing. شكرا لكم متابعينا على مشاهدة هذه الحلقاتكم اليوم من الجناح النمساوي. الأسبوع القادم جناح آخر وضيوف كرام آخرين. تصبحون على خير. Stéphanie, I want to play again.
Sure, let's keep playing.
Oh, it's coming, it's coming. Yes, 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 yes. No, 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 no. It will go. It will go. Let it, let it, let it. It's this. Hello. I think people will come for this.
Yes.
Wait, 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 wait.